Ona will be moving up here. Level 4s for both. Void Spike connects.
From Showmaker.
Yeah, and that is just going to be Ona stealing away the crab. As Undertow, not going to quite connect.
Okay, hold up. Showmaker, does he get Charm?
Yeah, does. Tries to find it. Does something connecting there as Lucid rotating around Faker with full information as to where the enemy jungler is, but Ona does have now an isolated target to dive on top of.
Yeah, he likes it when they're alone.
Yeah. Lucid doesn't seem too worried about it though, as remember, Spirit Rush not quite there, so Showmaker cannot get over that wall unless he has a flash.
Burst damage on both sides as Doran.
Yeah, there's the gate, as we're going to need to throw out the Ragnarok. Let's see whether this kill can actually come through. The Undertow, not enough, and first blood goes to Doran.
Faker's missing.
Well, in the meantime, Red-White Gun's here for Pays, and Smash is going to have to try and cull him down. There's the bubble that connects, but it's just last hit by the Moonlight Vigil. And Pays is on the board. Showmaker can try and take him off that board, though, as point blank, the charm will connect, and down will go the Aphelios, so bit of extra movement speed for the Ahri, but Carrier will survive. As Ona will be able to help clear out some vision. First Drake still hasn't gone down, as Lucid looking to dash around this fight. Ona gets a lot of damage taken, and the ulti follows him! Smashed to the ground by Lucid!
For forever, as Doran is going to look to stop it back, and maybe look for more.
Yeah, as Ragnarok actually going to be used here. Let's see whether Doran actually wins out on this fight, as into the brush he goes. There's the flash to follow. Will he have it? No, he does not. Doran just ends the Viking, and down he falls once again.
And Showmaker also may be in trouble.
Yeah, looking for an angle himself, as now the charm is going to miss.
For this series, but he's had an amazing one as oh boy.
Yeah, there is the Destiny, and Smash is gonna cleanse and does make himself, does get himself out of there. Lucid over here as well. They have full information as to the rotations here for DK as Faker with that gold card will connect it on to Lucid.
On a good angle here, and he has flash. They can try to make this work.
Let's see whether it does work out as the bubble is going to connect. That means that the public execution comes down. Wild Growth is fantastic as Carrier will be able to take one back as now Lucid looking for it on a pace. He has red-white, but it is not enough. The Ambessa will reign supreme as Ona just finds the angle, and he's looking to taste even more fear as Lucid dashes, and the smite comes down to make sure that it's Pays.
TP.
Yeah, Showmaker does have his teleport available as well, as they do steal away the dragon, so that's Drake number 2 going on over to D+, as there's the charm connecting. Great Wild Growth to keep Doran alive for even longer, and he'll cut up Smash! He'll finally go down, but the damage is being done as Lucid off on the backline. The slow is fantastic from that Undertow.
In terms of what Lucian does overall.
Oh no, looking for an angle onto Lucid. Doran trying to get on over here as well. The dashes do come on out as Korea will be able to save his jungler for now.
It's very strong. His owner's actually going to enjoy this mountain, or Infernal Soul.
Yeah, we're fighting once again as Owner is just going to look to try and kill this Viking. He does almost die for his trouble. And now we've got Gravitum coming on down, smashing a lot of trouble as there's the ulti out. Good tidal wave does come on in as the Rift Herald getting a little bit antsy there as well as the ulti from Lucid goes wide.
T1 are just keeping Smash away with Renekton alone as they look to force this dragon.
Yeah, Showmaker moving forward here as well. It's another steal from Lucid. Nicely done there. Ona not quite able to find the angle as Shiu teleports in real late.
This is pretty good for D+. Let's see if they can also get this charge.
Well, all of T1 around that corner, and Lucid gets himself out of there. The charm just misses, though, as there's the Destiny. Wild Growth's fantastic as Showmaker does make his way out, and now Lucid looking to try and cut down this Crocodile Smash on a flank angle. Not sure about that one, as Faker gets in. Good cleanse. Moonlight Vigil comes down, though, and they're not quite able to secure the kills. T1 wanting to try and chase them down. Lucid's on a ward and is just going to be backing. There's the ulti. Good dash.
And they try to go in here and make this plays in live. By the way, Showmaker may just die to Kha'Zix.
He might, or he might.
He gets away.
Yeah,
they got some plate damage on the inner.
All right. Ona dives on in. Cullen comes out. Pays takes a bit of damage, but otherwise not too much more. Good bubble, as Faker is going to get McHale's, I believe.
Showmaker playing respectfully. Here's the Destiny.
Yeah, Ona with that ulti. And Lucid unable to actually follow him over that wall.
I really do think this game is on a knife's edge. One mistake would determine everything.
That's a Moonlight Vigil as Paze takes a lot of damage in return. And Smash just cleanses the gold card. Well, there's a teleport in. The Renekton trying to make something happen. His career in Smash maybe in a little bit of trouble. It's the double TP. The flash forward as Smash does get Mikhail's and then just dashes away. And so T1 unable to quite get that one to work out as Showmaker thinks he may have found an angle onto Ona. Do it again? That's the question. The answer is absolutely not. He's not even able to get into the pit. As now T1, can you escape? As Doran gets in there with them, and now the Olaf thinks that it's his time to shine. Goes in, immediately goes out. As now Paze gets on forward. That's the public execution, and Faker gets smashed down to the ground. Smash now looking for an angle himself as over the wall he goes. But it looks like just one for the moment as T1, they are walking the wrong direction. Trying to keep their Baron alive as Lucid, the only one without fear by the looks of things. Paze is at full health and Lucid's just dead. There is the Dominus, but the bubble is going to be good, and Showmaker finds the angle to shut down T1. On a flank angle, trying to look for a way in. As the culling really softening. The charm connects onto Paze somehow. He goes down exceptionally low. They get the wild growth out of Carrier and the heal. My God, that was absurd from Showmaker. He does not want to go home today. And he's now looking for even more. Dash Cannon and the Spirit Rush. And all the while, Lucid is getting an Infernal Soul.
They're going to go for a TP flank.
All right, well, that's an idea that you can go for here as Ragnarok comes on through.
Get that mid turret.
Where is this? Where is this crocodile? It is lurking. Over he goes, finds Lucid, but he gets Mikhail's. And T1, they cannot actually get on top of D+.
Breathe on the map.
Wait, Korea, you were standing on top of a control ward, my guy.
It's okay, it's these bubbles.
Yeah, Tidal Wave comes on through as well. He does.
It's those Tidal Waves.
There. He's still dead though, Wolf.
It's okay, he has heal flash.
He hits those bubbles. He hits those bubbles, and Showmaker was there. Because you have to enter the enemy base area, and then often you just die. It's all right. Destiny to come on forward here from Faker as Shiu is not exactly the target that you want to go for as this Olaf, and he does get healed up by Korea's Evan. Wanting to make sure that they have everything ready for an all-in, and now could be the angle as Smash does get a lot of culling value. Look at that.
D+ should probably just go straight to Baron here and look for a turnaround as Owner.
Yeah, Owner just gets tagged.
Probably.
It might be actually a thing. Although, right, here we go. Out comes Owner, kind of regrets the decision as now Shiu is on the side, but does have the rest of the teammates coming on over as Faker is able to sidestep. Great charm, max range, and they're looking to try and turn it. Remember, he doesn't have the Zonyas. Oh my God, Paze, what was that? He just explodes, and T1, they will not go quietly into this good night. They will go quite loudly.